Hey guys, welcome to my channel LearnChessTV. In this video, I shall show you the game that happened recently in the Grand Chess Tour finals between Mr. Maxime and Magnus Carlsen. Magnus Carlsen was playing black and he had opted to play the Ruy Lopez variation, and the game went on like this. This is the Ruy Lopez variation, guys. Knight takes pawn, d4, bishop e7, and then black would capture this one, obviously. b3, the queen is being attacked right now, so the queen has to move to a different position here. Probably queen c7, queen d7, or queen c6. Again, the queen is being attacked. The queen has to move away. White's trying to try and create outposts in the center by driving away the pieces and creating key spots for white's pieces to stabilize in. Playing d5. But Carlsen is really taking advantage of the file on d8 and trying to put pressure on this pawn. d5, pawn takes bishop, queen takes queen, knight takes, rook takes. It's equal, but then there is black is threatening a checkmate here on d1, so white would have to counter that. g3, trying to create a safe position for the white's king, defending this pawn. The rook endgames are pretty interesting, guys. There's 3 versus 2 pawns on the king side, and then there is 1 extra pawn on the queen side for black, compensating for the 3 versus 3 pawns now. But then most likely these kind of positions would end up in a draw unless and until one player makes a significantly huge mistake. So let's see how the game will go from here. Rook a7, attacking the pawn on e6. h5. h5 is, I wouldn't say it's dubious, but then h5 is very calculative by Carlsen. So pawn takes pawn, then obviously the king could come here, and then afterwards capture the pawn on h5. So not much of a deal there. King h7, rook a5. I wasn't expecting that. Rook a3. Trying to restrict the king onto the second file, not really allow it to proceed any further. Sacrificing this pawn on a4, probably to go to b5 and then capture this pawn. It's not as easy as it looks, but then 2 versus 1 or 3 versus 1 pawns over here would still end up in a draw. So Carlsen would have calculated this really well. King h6. Now then white would lose this pawn on h5. Now white has just one extra pawn versus the rooks, obviously. So it's a rook endgame with one extra pawn, but then as you can see, the pawn is on the rook file, and then white's king, black's king is already in front of the pawn, defending the advancement of the pawn towards the queening square, and the pawn has not yet been promoted even until the 4th or the 5th rank. It's still on the 2nd rank, so there is nowhere for the white's pawn to be promoted to. Obviously this is a draw, so Mr. Maxime just sacrificed the pawn on h4 just to make things easier, clear up the things on the board and get the draw. Black played rook b2 check, rook f2, captures, and then captures. With insufficient material on the board, the game ended in a draw, and Magnus Carlsen played pretty well, but then we got to appreciate Mr. Maxime as well. He's a young guy, he plays really well, and Carlsen got a draw from black. It's pretty decent since the player playing white is pretty strong as well. So that's the end of the game, guys. If you like the game, hit the like button, and please consider subscribing to my channel, guys. Thank you.